Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I'm Nye. My Charizard is fainted. That's not good. Let's move Pikachu to slot 1. Let's heal people up. No, not that. That, please. It is so hard getting used to this thing again. Just one-handed operation, man. I don't know who came up with this. But they should be ashamed of themselves. Because damn, is this annoying. I'm not healing Charizard any higher than that. Okay, let's just let Pikachu go do what Pikachu does to everything we fight. Hi, Sabrina. So you're not going to rely on just psychic power, huh? Are you sure? Let's see what she comes up with. Oh, would you look at that? A psychic type. I mean, admittedly, it is Psychic Fairy. But, Sabrina, that's a psychic type. Why would you do that? Why would you be... Well, okay, that's fine. Because I don't believe that Zippy Zap is special. Go away. Chocolate shake. This, by the way, is why I will not be leveling everything high. I didn't even see what you're throwing out, but go ahead. Hey, Sabrina. Reasonably sure that's a psychic type? That was a special move. Why did I do that? Thank you, Pikachu. I learned that apparently affection in this is actually still a thing. And, among other things, it raises stats of Pokemon. So, you know. Let's just make our Pikachu even stronger. Bellsprout hits level 12. Learns Acid. Ooh, boy. All we need is for Bellsprout to evolve. That's really all we need. Oh, hey, look, it's another Psychic type. You're not going to only use Psychic types. Let us Zippy Zap. She's not going to only use Psychic types in the way that I'm not only going to use Zippy Zap. I mean, you know. That's not how that's going to go down or anything. I love that she can apparently fly. Also, that was a dick move. Pikachu, shake it off for me. Be my partner. Nope. Dream Eater? He did use Dream Eater. Okay. So, over the past 2 months, I decided to reread the... Well, not even 2 months. Like, 5 weeks. I decided to reread the Harry Potter series. Because over my vacation, I went to Universal Studios and got to do the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And the books are about as good as I thought they were. It's been a couple years since I last read them. And I understand more about the series than I did back then. I was able to read a little bit deeper into it. Hey, Sabrina. Psychic type. So yeah, I was able to see more in the series than I did, you know, the first time, which I find happens to me a lot. I very frequently find these find these books, actually games too, where I see more the second time I play through than I originally did, and it was fun. I really wish there was more, you know. And I know people will say, like, hey, you can go read The Tales of Beetle the Bard, or you can go read, you know, Quidditch Through the Ages, or you can read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It was a book first. And you're right, I can. And in fact, I did years ago, and I don't feel like buying them again. I want another actual, you know, story in that world, but I want it to be a book. I don't want to go read, you know, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, or what I think that's what it is, right? The stage play. I don't want to read that, because I don't want to read a stage play. I want to read a book. Hey, Alakazam, also psychic. So when you said you were not going to rely on just psychic power alone, what you really meant was you were going to sit here and rely on psychic power alone. Got it. Yeah, so I didn't, you know, I want to read another actual book in that world, because it was an awful lot of fun, kind of seeing that world. But the older I get, the more I realize how much trouble there is in that world. You know, how much doesn't fit and doesn't work. Because I want you to think about this. All of these kids, aged 11 to 18, being taught curses and jinxes that they could potentially use on each other, and apparently frequently do in the halls of Hogwarts. I just want you to think about that. I want to encounter a trainer like you for around another 3 years. Oh, that's right. Wasn't Sabrina in Gold and Silver? That's a cool reference. I mean, you could meet me tomorrow. I mean, I could come back. You can reface these guys every day. But yeah, it's, you know, very it's very problematic thinking as an adult of that. But I mean, even think of what adults can do to each other, you know? Weepinbell's data will be added to the Pokedex. When hungry, it swallows anything that moves. Its hapless prey is dissolved by strong acids. Really? No other evolutions? So once a time when she was shocked that she lost to me. That feeling is gone now. It's been replaced with the desire to grow strong and live freely as I do. And continue to use psychic types. Okay, let's go ahead and swap out that Weepinbell. What else do we have that is new that needs to be evolved? Covering. But yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, you know, about the random stuff that, you know, happens in those books, the things that they learn. Like, we see the characters at the age of 11 fighting adults and, you know, deadly things happening that they can deal with. And, you know, you could say that it's just Harry being Harry, doing things that Harry do, but that's not very true, is it? Like, Ron gets stuff done, Hermione gets stuff done, you know, spells are thrown at each other, like, things happen. You know, if we go and we look, especially if we think about stuff like, you know, when Snape is, you know, what, like 15 to 16 or so, he comes up with the Sectum Sempra spell, the slash someone, or at least, even he maybe doesn't come up with it, maybe doesn't invent it, maybe he just learns it. But he learns a spell that cuts someone's ear off and almost kills another person. Like, this is not a minor spell. This is not where I want to be. This is not a minor spell. This is not a small thing. This is a potential deadly weapon. And this is the world they grow up in. You know, you gotta wonder, like, hi, no, I want to fight you. How do I fight him? Yeah, I did beat him. I want to beat him again. How do I... Can I go... Okay, I go over here. Cool. You. Yep, I returned. I am that person. Do I see anything interesting while I was in there? Stuff. Your old friend's research. You've been hearing an interesting rumor floating around recently. Wouldn't happen to know a young lady named Green. Yeah, she fought me. It's not as if you really know the whole story. More importantly, since I came all this way, we should have a battle. Oh, okay. Don't know what's up with that. Cool. But yeah, there's just all kinds of like, why, you know, that would be a scary world to grow up in. I mean, there's also, you know, there's stuff that happens in the book that I can't help but sit here and wonder, like, what was JK thinking about some of this stuff? The one that I end up really getting amused by is this entire series of events that happens in Goblet of Fire and onwards. The Vila, specifically. It's never outright stated, but it is heavily implied that Vila specifically bewitch men. Men specifically. And only. Into loving them, wanting to do extremely brave things or something like that to get their attention. You know, basically love potion style. But as smart of a person as Hermione is, she always blames Harry and Ron whenever they get caught by this effect. And it's not that Hermione doesn't know. She knows everything, right? She obviously knows that these two are being bewitched. But she looks down on them condescendingly for being affected. It's like, no. That's not quite how it works. And I can't help but, you know, think nowadays, and not to get too deeply into this, because I don't really want to go there, but it's just something that I couldn't help but think as I went through the books. Love potions. There's a very specific point in I think it's book 5, right? No, book 6. Very specific point in book 6 where love potions are brought up and Harry has to dodge one, and then Ron falls victim to one. And all I can think is, oh Jesus, if this book came out in the height of the Me Too movement, how would that have gone? It's not a love potion, it is a date rape drug. And it is treated as such. But then you have a moment where I think it's like Mrs. Weasley is giggling with Hermione and Ginny about a love potion she made once upon a time. And it's like, no, this is not, no. We don't get to go both ways on this. I think there's a reason that in the book, the boys are the only ones that ever get affected by love potions. None of the girls ever get affected. You know, there was just stuff like that. There was me kind of watching as the burgeoning... By the way, there's going to be spoilers. I'm sorry. These books are old now. But yeah, like the moments where there's the burgeoning love between Harry and Ginny. And it comes out of not Ginny's side of things. You know, JK's making hints on Ginny loving Harry as far back as book 2. But Harry's feelings about Ginny come out of goddamn nowhere. Thank you for toughing out, Pikachu. I appreciate you. And I couldn't help but be, like, amazed at just how out of nowhere it comes. I should have zippy-zapped. I saw that coming and didn't react. Poor Pikachu. But yeah, like, it just amazed me how out of nowhere it comes. There's just, you know, there's just stuff that I look at and I'm like, well... that's a thing that exists. But you gotta wonder, right? Thinking about, you know... thinking about the trace, they finally name it in book 7. The magic that tells you if someone underage is casting magic. But you very quickly learn that it's more if someone casts magic around you. So I want you to remember now, the trace doesn't know who cast it, just that it was cast near someone who is underage. And we know this because in book 2, Dobby casts a spell and Harry is blamed. And then in book 7, it even brings it up that, that could happen. So you gotta ask yourself, knowing this, so every 12-year-old, their parents no longer get to cast magic during the summer. Ever. And we know this. I did the wrong one. That's not the right one, I don't think. But we know this. Because if any magic is cast, it doesn't matter who cast it, it is immediately blamed on the kid. And bad things continue to happen. But we know this to be the case. So that's gotta suck to be any adult. Any of them. But there's just, there's stuff, man. There's just stuff that you sit here and you're like, man. What the shit, JK? What were you thinking on some of this? I mean, I guess if you suspend the disbelief, which admittedly we're supposed to do, right? We're reading a fiction book. We're settling in. There should be a suspension of disbelief. So if you do what you're supposed to do and you suspend disbelief and you accept the fact that this stuff exists, then, and that it works, is more like, then it makes more sense, You're able to enjoy it, and I kept my suspension of disbelief. I didn't decide to think about it. I was just like, let's go. Let's just do our thing. But, you can really enjoy it, I think. But it's that fridge logic of, oh my god, these kids are 12, and we're expecting them to be able to pot plants that can kill you if they scream, or just knock you out when they're young. Like, you can barely trust a 12-year-old to, do the dishes. You expect, or to tie their shoes. You expect them to securely put on these earmuffs? I don't know what they're thinking. We got an Arbok. Frightening patterns on Spelly have been studied. 6 variations have been confirmed, but you'll only ever see one in Pokemon. I'm not doing that. There's a lot of these little optimizations that came about in recently. Gym challenges have been increasing. Means more fun. Yep, I do already have a volcano badge. Oh, I thought he was trying to fight me again. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's just kind of one of those like things that, okay, here we go. Pokemon has really been adding innovations that make my life more pleasant over the course of the years. I don't have a Haunter. Let's fix that. I have a Ghastly. I don't actually have a Haunter, though. Arbok. But yeah, a lot of things have been added. Things like not having to confirm that I don't want to move. Getting rid of... They've been streamlining the game. And there are some times when streamlines happen that I don't appreciate. Like, for example, I'm not a really big fan of the catch system in this, I'll be honest with you. But I am a big fan of HMs being removed. I'm a big fan of not having to click twice in order to forget a move. I like Pokemarts, but I really like in the newer games that they don't exist, that they're included in the Poke Center. There's stuff like that I'm a lot happier about the way they happen. Pikachu, you are the coolest. Let's not even. Okay, so we got a couple things we have to do. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do them. A certain level of grinding is going to be required that I don't really feel like doing, but I don't have a choice. So you see, in order to do the final fight that I want to do, the game added on a somewhat obnoxious qualifier. What is that qualifier, you ask? Well, in order to do the thing... Also, I hate that I have to redo this. In order to do the thing... You, have to, beat... No, did I do it wrong? I did it wrong. In order to do the thing, to beat the final secret fight, you have to beat 6 of the Master Trainers. Which is a fairly large number. And I don't like having to do that, because that means I have to get at least 6 Pokemon up to level 75. Which sounds like a tremendous pain in the ass. Now, I've already gotten one of them. I already beat the Pikachu one. But I have to go do the others. Which basically means chaining Chanseys. Doesn't sound like a load of fun. Not gonna lie. So we'll see what happens. I want to do it. I just don't want to do the grind. I got other games I want to play more. Uh-oh. That's a problem. But yeah, I have other games I significantly want to play more. Very bad. Very, very bad. Very bad. So, I don't know. I want to do it, but at the same time, this is sitting to me like the, you know, like the wolf dungeon in Twilight Princess. Something that, you know, sure, this sounds like it could be fun, but at the same time, you know... Sounds like a pain in the ass. Okay, blue's removing Tauros. And blue is throwing in Executor. Alrighty. I really appreciate that in Pokemon Go, if you get the Alolan Executor, its head goes so high up that you can't even see it. Unless it attacks, in which case you can see a very small bit of it. Not very effective. And in comes Psychic. This will kill a Venusaur. Yep. So the question is, do I use a Charizard who is 15 levels below? Yes, of course I do. I don't know why you dared to ask that question. Sure. I don't think it's actually going to live long enough to use the move, to be honest. I think it's going to get outsped. Oh, it used the move, and it missed. And they get light screen off, which means I'm not going to actually get much damage off. That sucks. Not even enough. And this will probably take it down. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, and a crit, too. Of course it crit. Of course it did. Well. I don't think we're beating blue. That's not a good sign, because, as I said, I want to... Do I have a... Yes. That's not a good sign, because I do want to go and beat the Elite Four again. But the Elite Four are going to be even stronger than blue. Which is a problem. I was reading something about ghost types. So the only ghost types that exist in the game are the Ghastly line. But the problem is they're ghost poison. They were supposed to be able to beat psychics because ghosts are strong against psychic. But they end up being weak against psychic Pokemon because they're ghost poison. Which is kind of silly. Okay, down goes Executor. You do have Pikachu's super move hanging in line, so... no, we're not doing that. And I think this is where we're using it, too. I'm not dealing with a high-level Gyarados. Nope. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Pikachu sure hit move. Pika Papow. We have never actually seen that move hit used, I don't think. It's actually the first time we've seen it. We actually see Pikachu do its signature move. It's kind of neat. Oh, fine. You can use it. I am so yawny. I apologize. There's soda sitting right in front of me, and I haven't actually had any of it. Coughing. Well, at least some things are leveling up. Oh, poor Aerodactyl. That said, poor Pikachu if this misses. I really should use Zippy Zap, but... But that worked. Did light screen wear off? I didn't see light screen wear off. So now that I've watched, or now that I've read all the Harry Potter books again, now I want to go and rewatch the movie. I mean, movies, plural. How much else does it have left? That much. This is a very big, empty, open space we're playing in. Why do you have the movement things in the corners? I mean, I understand those as, like, blockages to stop me from getting to you, but why would you put them in the actual fight space? That makes no sense. Why would you do that? I'm never going to get tired of that animation. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, that's useful. Please be paralyzed. Yes! That's pleasant. Get zippy zapped, motherfucker! Okay, what's his last? It's an evolution. But which one? Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully they'll both evolve. No, it's not. It's a Charizard. Where's your evolution? Blue? You're supposed to have an evolution. Dude, I am so disappointed in you. Also... Oh, wait. Which one is he getting? I forget. Is that the one that's fire or flying? I don't know. We're going to find out. That's the flying one. Okay. I figured it was. Not Firefly, sorry, Dragon or Flying. One of Mega Charizard's evolutions is, or one of Charizard's Mega Evolutions is Fire Flying, and the other one is Fire Dragon. And Blue chose to throw the Fire Flying one at Pikachu. So the fight that I probably shouldn't have won, I won. Right. What were you doing? That's a good question. Okay. So Bellsprout's going to evolve, which means I can use a Leaf Stone on it and get Victory Bell. One can only hope that Coughing evolves as well. Our Bellsprout evolved into Weepin' Bell. We already had one of those, though. Nope, no such luck on Coughing. Sure, I'll come back again, eventually. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me. Next time is going to be the Elite Four again. And, oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. Do you ever forget? Happened to me. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew one of them did it. Okay, let's get our victory bell. We have, what, 3 evolutions left? Something like that? Honestly, not even that. It's 2, right? I mean, we're close to being done. Lures prey with a sweet aroma of honey. Swallowed whole, the prey is dissolved in a day, bones and all. Wow, that's dark. Imagine like a child, like... Okay, so what do we have? What do we still have to do? We have to do... Doing coughing. Oh. Is coughing it? That might be it. Let's go ahead and add Gengar to the party in favor of Victory Bell. So what that should mean is I should only have 2 left in the dex to do. We should be at 149. Okay. 2 left in the dex. 1 is Hitmonlee. 1 is Weezing. Technically, there are 2 more that I need to get that I haven't done yet. I will see. I'm not promising I'm going to do it. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.